Hi there, it's Apibal. It is now 10:20 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Tuesday, December 9, 2014. The topic that I have to share for this one is, I title it Dreams, Message About the Future. Is this a message from the source, a premonition, or a gift of foresight? Tuesday, December 9, 2014. Okay, so as I've said before, this full moon has been very powerful. Got a lot of change, a lot of information, a lot of shift, a lot of changes, and I had a dream last night that became pretty significant. And how should I start this? Okay, let me share the dream that I had on Sunday. I came back from church and I took a nap. And I had this dream. Well, I was in some place. It's like fields. And I was like with Matthew or something. And then I was like feeling like I was being watched and followed. And then all of a sudden, this bus appeared in front of me with a lot of like medical people and like nurses or something. And my parents are in there. And it's like as if they were trying to like put me in some kind of like help or confinement or something. And I was like telling them that, you know, you cannot do this to me, like, you know, there's nothing wrong with me that would allow them to do that to me, right? But for some reason in the dream, I couldn't hear myself speak, but I know that I was communicating it. And then there was this one of the medical person, a woman, she appeared to my side and she was on my side. And basically they like couldn't, like, you know, they kind of like started to like drive on, and I don't know why I flicked off my dad, but he was smiling at me. He like gave me this really like big smile and looked at me. And then I asked the nurse, like, do you think so weird, right? Like, do you think my dad is like giving me like a smile of I love you and I support you, or is he like mocking me, like fuck you, mocking me? And then like I got out of it and it's like some weird shit happens. And I thought that was like interesting dream. And the fact that the dream is very vivid. When I have vivid lucid dream, like, usually there is a message for me. So I didn't think much about it. And then yesterday, I went and have this Ayurveda massage that by Jackson, which was really nice. She put oil on my face, like my hair, like gave me like facial massage, which I fell asleep and started snoring. And then she did like this head massage, and like it was supposed to like help open my third eye and my crown chakra, so like make the energy flow, you know. And she told me that usually you have like a strange dream afterward. So I had a strange dream last night. Let me share. So I found myself in a place, in some kind of a room, and like big room with a lot of people. And I was like getting high. I was like, you know, smoking meth. And but in like the feeling and the message in the dream is that the drugs or meth becomes a commodity. It's a commodity at that time. And it's also some kind of like a survival tool, which would make sense because if shit like what the dream is saying were to happen, then food and water and a lot of resources would become very scarce, right? And meth does allow you to use require less intake of energy, of physical energy. And but the one thing that I was working on doing at the time in my dream was to make sure that I push all of my sexual energy that, you know, meth does to you, that it creates, it infuses a lot of sexual energy, right? That's why it gets. So basically I was making sure that I was moving all of my sexual energy up to transfer it all over to my my energy body to make sure that I can use it productively, especially to my psychic power, right? And which is something that I've been showing Justin over the year what it's all about, and which would again make sense why the universe has been showing me how to do that. Then something happened, and I was transported to see like the entire city. And when I was seeing the city, I felt like I was in California in my dream, and I was seeing like it seemed like so everything just stopped, like no light, nothing, and it was like in the evening or in the afternoon, and I see smokes like in different spots of the city, and they're like, you know, like high rise, and there's like medium sized buildings, so it's like obviously a pretty big city, but not like New York City usually like that, right? You see smokes, like as if like bombs went off and like riots or something. And then basically I get transported back into the room. The message was basically saying that there's nothing I can do. Like basically started to think about my parents, like, oh my god, where are my parents? This is why I think it's connected to my first dream. It's like, oh my god, where are my parents? Well, I realized there's nothing I can do. The next message was like basically at this point I need to focus at where I'm at, what's going on, and to have faith, to like just use the power of faith, obviously the power of prayer. Stick with faith and trust that the universe will guide and do everything that it has to do. Then, you know, while I was transferred back into the room, there were some people starting to go like trying to like go crazy, like either from the drugs, or you know, my other theories being possessed or something, and they start to attack people. But I kind of forget in my dream how I shielded myself or protect myself, or it wasn't really shown to me at this time. But I think fate, one of them is fate, but I don't think so. I don't know. I'm sure that I will have this dream again. So, and then I found myself in like traveling outside the city, like jumping from like rooftop, or like traveling on this like the side of the buildings. Funny enough, Momo is with me in my dream, you know. Got the cat protections, energy and spirit in my dream. Like kind of like being there like to protect me, but at the same time I was worried about her in my dream, but she was okay. She knew what she was doing. And then I found myself trying to get into the building or something. Oh yeah, the city was like dark, no lights. Basically, it seemed like all kind of like communication is cut off, right? And I was trying to get into some kind of like a facility that has security guard. And I don't know how, but in my dream I was able to get past the security guard and get past the door or something. Like, not like, you know, going to walk through the door, but I was able to get past the door. And then I woke up. So when I woke up today, I was like, huh, I wonder if that is like a premonition or a message. And I also thought of the word like, you know, gift of foresight, because Justin kind of put that in my head. And I was like, I wonder if that, you know, if it's just me making shit up, or if there's something about it, right? And I put that question out into the universe. So then in the afternoon, Sarah came into work, and then she asked me, hey, did you hear about the fire in LA? I was like, no. It's like, what? You know? And then she showed me this video of the fire like in the city, like at night. I was like, holy shit, look just like what I saw in my dream. You know, similar, okay? Because in this dream, most part of it, I did not see colors. It was just like gray. But funny enough, the security room, I saw colors. I don't know why. Anyway, so I saw the video, I was like, wow, that's just like what I had in my dream. saw in my dream. And so I told her that in my dream it was also about California, like that I was in California. So funny enough, she is like sharing me this video about LA, and I was like, and I was like just asking the universe if my dream was something that I need to pay attention to, and I'd tell her, this is my message right here, that I need to pay attention to my dream. Then she asked me to tell her about my dream, and then I saw 1222, which is, usually the activation number is also like, I would always see when I spend time with a lot of people. I would see a lot of it when I'm supposed to be spending time or meet somebody that is important to me, or that what I'm thinking or what is happening or the conversation is something that I must pay attention to, or that like something that I'm doubting if I should be doing is something like, to tell me to follow it, even though it may seem scary or something that maybe to me logically I should not be doing. So I shared her about the dream, right? And then I said, to me, the message is that, one of the big message is that when shit start happening, you just stop and hang tight. Don't do anything. And basically to wait until the next information is revealed. And then I saw 2, 3, 4. Then Sarah was mentioning that this year had been about learning not to be doubtful and to be committed for her. And I was like, I told her exactly, like that is how 2014 has been for me as well. And like my second dream, I had it before. I remember this dream. Now I still have a hard time telling if my dreams or not all of it, okay? But some of my dreams or what happened to me, sometimes I'm still having a hard time remembering if it's something that had happened this life, like a dream especially, if it's a repeating of this life, or if it's a dream from past life cycle, or if it's me remembering the scene of an experience of past life cycle, especially in San Diego. Like when I was in San Diego, I was like, holy shit, Matthew. I asked him, did I come to San Diego before to see you, or was this the first time? Because I kid you not, I was remembering everything as if it just happened like yesterday, like a month ago. Like it felt like I just came to see Matthew maybe like a month ago or a year ago. And that's how some of these memories sometimes is very hard sometimes to pin down. Usually until later I can like process it, and I was like, okay, trying to place it in chronological order. But I'm feeling that I will have this dream again. I'm feeling that I have not received the entire picture or the entire message, and I feel that it's because I'm not ready for it. Okay, and I also want to mention that I saw 3, 4, 3, 5, 7, 4, 6 today, which is 4, 5, 6, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 5 digits of one of the running activation number sequences, like 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is like, today it would be one of the first few times that I see all 5 together. Except this one is jumbled up. It's not, it doesn't run, right? But to me, it's like telling me that I'm at a higher vibration than previous. And I'm starting now to see the 4 running numbers digit up from the 1, 2, 3, 4, because I've been seeing 1, 2, 3, 4 for a while, but I haven't seen the running ones. But the other day I saw 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's interesting, right? And that's that. That's that. A very interesting. A lot more to be observed, and a lot more to me to be shared. I have a lot more that I want to share that has been happening, and conversation that has been happening this week, and some of it past week, but it's just not enough time. So anyway, keep progressing. Love is so important. And clearing the past, clearing the energy, and taking and owning your energy back. My own energy back. And to remove the doubt of faith of the power that be, of the connectedness that is happening, and of everything that is happening. It's just like what Sarah said, it's about learning to not be doubtful anymore. This is Nattawat Apibal.